All right, good morning. To provide a bit of context, Andrew Carnegie was only 13 years old when his family immigrated to America in search of a better life and more opportunities, and they would eventually land in Pennsylvania. Carnegie would ascend through a variety of employment opportunities in which he gained experience and continued to demonstrate his unwavering work ethic. This is not to say that it came easy for Carnegie and his family, as they experienced many hardships along the way. Following the American Civil War, and as our nation transitioned into a period of rebuilding the various industries that enabled our nation to thrive, Andrew Carnegie would quickly find himself immersed into the industrial expansion of steel, strategic business innovations that complemented the expansion of this industry type, and through his views on both wealth, philanthropy, and business, which would continue to evolve really throughout the rest of his life. To develop this video, I focused on primary source documents related to Carnegie's involvement in the steel industry and later on philanthropic opportunities, as we'll discuss later. Some documents included personal and professional correspondence, business documents, and other accounts that offer insight into this period of his life. In the collections of both personal and professional correspondence, Carnegie would often speak to his business ventures and future ideas. In the letter to his mother, Margaret, dated October 1873, he writes about his confidence in the steel industry by saying, and I quote, "I foresee a great demand for steel rail as the country recovers. This will be our opportunity." End quote. And this level of optimism and foresight would be the groundwork for his involvement and eventual success within the industry. During the Second Industrial Revolution in the late 19th century, Carnegie would start the Carnegie Steel Company, and through a collection of business documents from this period, we find his innovative approach to maximizing the efficiency and growing his business as he introduced the vertical integration technique. During a board meeting in 1882, he outlined his plan to control the raw material needed by acquiring iron ore fields, coal mines, and other resources in order to reduce the dependency on external companies and therefore enabling a reduction in production costs. Carnegie positioned himself to more or less dominate the steel industry as he sought to control every aspect of its production. The postbellum period was highly difficult for the labor force within our society, and Carnegie would find himself enveloped within this complex issue. Multiple clashes during this period would occur, but Carnegie chose to maintain the reputation of his company and be a fair employer. And his subsequent impact to the labor force in this era would surface in an article written by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette in 1859 that stated, "Mr. Carnegie's steel mills have not only provided employment to thousands, but have also positioned Pittsburgh as a global industrial hub." Now, Carnegie would go on to eventually sell his company to J.P. Morgan for approximately $480 million. That took an immigrant child and shot him through to be not only one of the industrial giants during this period, but one of the wealthiest within the United States. This is a pivotal moment in which we learn of Carnegie's philanthropist ideas and philosophy of wealth when he states, "The man who accumulates great wealth must use it for the betterment of society. Wealth is not an end, but a means to an end." Carnegie would contribute a vast majority of his wealth through the remainder of his life to fund multiple aspects of society, ranging from education services, scientific research, and other areas, believing that it was a moral obligation of the wealthy to give back to the same society that enabled their wealth. Thank you.